Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my new subscribers. If you are new here, sorry. Um, Consider subscribing. Okay, this Ripper chat is how the police was called on me by my half brother. Okay? First, let me give you this. I came up here to take care of my mother. You would think this half brother would be grateful. But he's not. I've had nothing but trouble out of him since day one. Everybody else is grateful and thanks me. He gets angry because he'll call here to talk to Mom, and if she's asleep, I'm not waking her up. So he thinks that I'm trying to stop him from talking to Mom, which is far from the case. I should. He obviously does not love her. He has given me trouble from day one. My mother's medication is prescribed by her doctors. Unfortunately, this idiot punk of a half-brother seems to think he knows more than doctors. He is having a fit because she gets pain medication prescribed by a doctor. He would rather her be in pain. He doesn't want her to have medicine for her arthritis. Again, he would rather she be in pain. She's got medicine to help her with the memory, which is working. It's done wonders. But he don't want her to have that either. He'd rather have her forgetful, and I am wondering why. I don't trust him. He's a lazy son of a bitch. A moocher. And so he gets mad. He's wanting to know Mom's medication. So Mom hands the phone to me, and I tell him, I said, I'm going to let you know what medication she's on, but I don't want to hear no arguments. And then he started in. Before I could tell him what the first one, oh, Arkansas's doctors don't know nothing, da-da-da-da, I just hung up on him. Then he calls up, and he tells me well, first he texts me, he says, you're not going to give Mom those medicines. And name the medicine, she's not even on, okay? She doesn't even get that medicine. And I texted back, and I says, Mom will get the medicine that the doctors have prescribed, whether you like it or not. So he calls here. I answer the phone. Mom's asleep. And he threatens me with the police. Says, I'll call the police. You give him, basically telling me if I give Mom the medication, he's going to call the police. I says, you know what? You want to call the police, you go right ahead. I'll give you the damn quarter to call them. And I hung up the phone. Well, an hour later, we get a knock on the door. I opened it up to see a police officer standing there. Well, my reaction is, I just started laughing. I says, I know why you're here. Would you like to come in? I invited him in. I says, I will bring you to my mother. I says, understand, he thinks I should wake up my mother if she's asleep, and I'm not going to do that. Cop replies, I don't blame you. And I said he doesn't want her to have her medication that is prescribed by the doctor. I take the cop into my mother's room. I dragged out all her medication. He goes, well, I don't need to see it. No, I said, you do. I says, this is her medication prescribed by the doctor with her name on it. And I proceeded to drag out all her meds. And he asked my mother if she was all right. She says, of course. My daughter takes very good care of me. And so he says, he kind of apologized, and he says, well, do you want me to tell your brother what medication she's on? I says, no. I says, he lost the right to that. And I told Mom, and the cop left, and I told Mom, I says, if he ever comes into this house, I'm gone. Because that person he's living with, sooner or later, is going to get tired of him. And if she was smart, she'd just kick him out. I mean, he's a loser. Smokes pot 24/7. I just think there's something wrong with him. And the sad thing is, no one in the family wants anything to do with him. The only ones ever talked to him was me and Mom. My other brothers already disowned him, hasn't talked to him in a year, and has no intention of it. I didn't hear from him for a long time, and then one day he just called me up. And I would talk to him. Not no more. I have blocked him off my Facebook. He is blocked from this channel. He's blocked from my Facebook. If I find out he has an Instagram, I'll block him there too. I told the cop, I says, you'll probably be back out here. And I know you are watching it because he likes to spy on my channel. It's obvious. Okay? She's still having her medicine. You don't like it, go ahead and call him. I'll give you the freaking quarter. I mean, he is like a total jerk. And when the cop went to leave, he asked my name. I told him, he's got a phone number. I said, yeah, it's kind of new. He says, well, I don't really need it. So he had an idea that he could call the cops. He is so jealous and so angry that I'm the one that takes care of Mom. Like I told his girlfriend or whatever, I says, Mom will never go to Hawaii to live with him. That's not happening. And because I know if she did, what would happen? She wouldn't have her money anymore. He lived off of Mom for I don't know how long. And the sad thing is, like I said, there was the one person who would talk to him, have his back, passed away. That just left. And the rest of the family have disowned him. He only had me and Mom. Well, he doesn't have me and Mom anymore. He just has Mom. And, Mom's not due to pass away anytime soon. But as a CNA, I know that anybody over 70 I call living on borrowed time, because I have seen patients be huckleberry fine, vitals fine, everything is fine, they're practically normal. 10 minutes later, they're on their deathbed. Or 10 minutes, they could be fine 1 minute and have a stroke the next, or a heart attack, or a number of things. I've just seen it happen too many times. I take good care of my mother. I check on her first thing in the morning. I'll pop my head in there. She's asleep. I let her sleep as late as she wants. I'll give her her medicine when she wakes up. Even though she goes to bed at night, a lot of times I don't go to bed till 1. I pop my head in there to make sure she's still breathing. If I wake up during the night, I check to make sure she's breathing. Because I know. I worked in a nursing home. We serving breakfast, and we get this individual up, and he tells us, "I'm going to die today." Well, we had taken his vitals, and he says, "No, you're not going to die today. Your vitals are fine. Everything's normal." He wasn't lying. We passed out food. When we went to collect food, he was dead on a doornail. Because as a CNA, I have probably seen more people die than the average doctor. When I had a patient pass away, I had a philosophy. No one should die alone. So I would go in their room to check up on them a lot more than my other patients. They took priority. And it didn't succeed half the time, but if I was there when they drew their last breath, I done my job. They didn't die alone. I don't believe in nursing homes. Please don't take offense to this. I understand that it's not always possible. But to me, I have worked acute, I have worked nursing homes, I have worked the IC unit at Scripps Hospital in Chula Vista. I mean, they would book, I worked for a registry at the time, and they would book me Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I go to work for them Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and they're already booking me for the next weekend. Because at the time I was taking care of my grandma's boyfriend of 20, 30 years. And I could only work 3 days a week. Okay? I have had EMT training in Nevada. Okay? Yeah. I took the course in Nevada. I completed the course. All I had to do was take the state test, but I didn't want to because the city of Gabbs paid for it, and I didn't feel like had to go pick up so off the bar stool for the next year. Yeah, Gabbs is full of... It's a hot alcoholic's dream. Cops won't take you to jail for drunk driving. They got to drive you 70 miles to the nearest jail. We had a person who was drunk, and he drove into the pool, community pool, the public pool there. Did he go to jail? Nope. I've done it. I've worked psych. I primarily worked in nursing homes because I liked working with the elderly. I've done it all, I am extremely experienced. If I was one of the first to ever be certified way back when by the state of California. Not only that, I was out of California for quite a while, and when I came back, I was told by the state I couldn't retake the test. I actually had to do the stupid course all over again because I had been gone too long. Okay, I get a job at this nursing home that was considered a teaching school. Honestly, and I got paid. It was 2, 3 days a week. The rest of the time I was on the floor, couldn't touch the patients, could only answer bells. For the first, 2 to 3 weeks? I mean, the teacher would put the other students with me. She explained, she just happened to get hers done. She's experienced. They would put the newbies with me. And I'd train them good. I mean, I had a patient pass away, and I'm training a new one. And she goes, "You do all this?" I says, "Yeah." Because I would wash that person's body from head to toe, brush their hair, oral care, everything, new sheets, everything. I don't know how many times when the morgue came to pick up a body, a deceased person, I would overhear comments. They would make comments on how nice that patient was. I've had family, like I explained to her, I said, they say they're not coming in, don't believe them. They're liable to show up. So always put a chair in here, put a box of Kleenex in here. And I say, when a family shows up, never say to them, well, they're not suffering, because they're going to take it wrong. All you say is, I'm sorry for your loss. Even online, when somebody mentions somebody of their loved ones passed, that's what I put. I'm sorry for your loss. I know grieving stage, there's 5 stages of grieving, and I know in their grief, they're going to take things totally wrong. And, so I'm qualified. That's why I'm up here. It was decided, since I was the most qualified, that I would move up here. And, he doesn't appreciate anything. I took a $200 less month cut in my Social Security and SSI. I went from 1,000 to 8. He doesn't appreciate that. I gave up my Section 8 to come up here. When my mother passes, I probably won't get Section 8. There's years waiting list. It's not going to be enough money to even rent a room. So there's a high chance I will be homeless once again. Now, I realized that prior to coming up here. I just didn't come up here on a whim. I called up Social Security up here to find out how much of a cut I would have. And Section 8 is not basically transferable, and that I would lose it. I knew that. I cut my boyfriend loose, which, honestly, I was going to do that anyways, to come up here to help my mother. He has made no sacrifice for my mother. I'm the one that's made all the sacrificing. My other brother appreciates it. So if any of you asking, and even when my mom says, oh no, you're not paying rent, yeah, I am paying rent. She can't stop me. I can just go down to her bank and deposit in her account. Can't draw no money out, but they don't care who deposits. The other half is saved, and when she passes away, hopefully for not long time, I have enough money, and I will probably just have to buy a motorhome. So you might see me doing vlogs through the motorhome, traveling the country. So, you know, I just made a lot of sacrifices to take care of my mother. And honestly, after the cops came here, if he had walked in this house, I'd have been going to jail. I'd have went to jail. I told the cop, I says, he's lucky he's there. 'Cause I says, I would have went to jail. And I said, you'd be taking me to jail because I'd be messing him up. He says, I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you. So this is a personal message for him because I know he's spying on this. Better luck next time. You want to call him? You go right ahead. Those medications are legal, prescribed by a doctor. And the fact that you would rather have her in pain and confused is amazing. It is totally amazing. Why would you not want our mother to have medicine that helps her? So just tell me, am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? Anyways, happy diamond painting, and I will... Oh, this painting, I'm not sure if I'm real happy with it. The bittersweet, because of the gray here, I get it, it's supposed to be like shade, but it's too dark of a gray, and I'm not going to pluck it out to put a lighter gray to get that same effect. But I'm not done. I mean, you really have to get a distance from it to even look like it's shading. Like right now I'm almost 10 feet apart from it. So, as soon as I finish this section, I will be halfway done. Anyways, happy diamond painting, and I'll catch you later. Oh, the phone.